Yeah.
Recording now, and now you can do the clap.
When you get to the bike, the workout starts.
Getting Tour Stop 2 off and running was a long road.
I think in Mesa you can see a lot of the athletes thinking about the end game.
Just got to attack it, every part of it.
Incredible. Best birthday present ever.
Horvath just couldn't nail that final rep. Frustration creeping in. Oh, Laura's had another no rep and going all the way back to the start. Competition error. One she will never make again.
And your pro woman, Indianapolis World Fitness Project champion, Alex Gazan.
I think in, a single competition format, you don't get some of those longer comeback storylines, right? You do have some within an event and how they charge, and we've actually seen that from Laura in the past. But I think as a tour type format, you get a little bit more of that longer, slow burn for some of these storylines, to where it's not just that like encapsulation of a comeback in a singular event. You get the time to sit back and let it sink in and build towards that next time we see them on the competition floor.
Said I'm taking big shots, just stop where I'm driven, no pit stops. This hot, I ain't playing like a 6 spot. Pissed off, thought I told him this a chip shot. I ain't missing cause you know I'm taking big shots. Just stop where I'm driven, no pit stops. This hot, I ain't playing like a 6 spot. Pissed off, thought I told him this a chip shot. I ain't missing cause you know I'm taking big shots. They been trying to get me cheap like a thrift shop, but I told them it's my time, check the wristwatch. They been talking way before they even doing something. Whoa. If they wanna play, let's get a tip off. Ain't no silver lining, dawg, this some rose gold. Getting new money, I'm a old soul. Yeah, I get it bouncing like a pogo. Whoa. And I'm too cold like Frozone. And my chick elastic girl. Told them we ain't in the bacon, this ain't plastic girl.
How was life?
Life is good. Very excited. It's been a long time since I've competed on this level, this stage. The first one was just bad timing for me. I obviously did the qualifiers and stuff just to see how training was going where I was at, and then I had already planned to go home and see my family, so I stuck to that. So then this time round I was like, I'll do the qualifiers again, see how it goes, and it went well, obviously, and I was like, my last 10 years I know you don't always get the opportunity to compete. Arizona is a pretty cool place to come to, so dragged Elliot along with me and here we are.
How's it going, bro?
Good. I'm happy to compete here. Also, it's a good challenge. Compete like immediately after games.
How was the past couple of weeks to recover and to get back into it?
It was good. It was like not usual for me, but it's okay. Yeah, I like compete. We can make more money.
Nice. A few of the interesting carryovers from Tour Stop 1 that I think have spiced up things here in Tour Stop 2 is the emergence of some of the European athletes. For a long time, the sport has been very US-centric. It was started in the US, the first 2 tour stops are in the US, but it's all building towards this grand finale in Europe.
I love that the final is in Europe. That's why I want to make it. I expect a lot of people to show up, and like my friends and family will come if I qualify, so that will be amazing.
And then suddenly, after Indianapolis, you have the UK contingent between Amy Kringle and Lucy Campbell. You have the Nordic athletes in Uda and Vor, and that whole Krieger training group that has really feels like they're just multiplying in numbers. And you're like, wait, now we're going back to their home turf.
we're going across the pond for them, and they get to kind of play a home game of sorts and really showcase that emergence of their athlete contingent in front of some home soil over in Europe.
Well, we're just starting to get everything ready. Day 2, and then getting ready for the event to start. And you can see floors going on, stickers are coming in, lights are on, cameras in action. I think you can see everybody's a little bit more settled. Everybody's kind of, you know, the season is starting. You can see the athletes, they feel the tension, obviously coming from other competitions get in here. I think the race for Copenhagen is definitely in the back of their mind and see who makes it fun.
Yeah, getting Tour Stop 2 off and running was a long road, right? It starts with site visits and coming out here and planning with stadium build out. I haven't gotten outside the box too much. The first event was actually an indoor-outdoor event. For this specific competition, we had to consider heat. A long run event, indoor-outdoor, was something that we were like, we probably don't need to do that here. And then another thing was just having the bay door open all day when it's 115 degrees, and what that does to the room that the fans are in. You know, it heats that up. And all the nice equipment that the media team has, you know, will it overheat it? So little just logistical things.
Rainey, you ready to work? Let's frame up Jeremy and Tommy.
Now, obviously, you guys have more experience and so on. So, what do you see as different this time around?
Well, when you ask the question, I think two things. First of all, just the feel of this venue, a little bit more intimate. I think it's going to create a noticeable difference in the environment in the arena. As far as us in the back, everyone that's on our team is very experienced in their disciplines, but we have never worked together prior to Indianapolis. And the entire time that we've spent between then and now, the team's just gotten closer, we've gotten to know each other better, and I think that in those critical moments when things don't go well, just the improved relationships will be pretty valuable.
I like traditional distances. I like letting our athletes showcase what they can do on mono events. That's a big part of how where the sport's trending now. Athletes are on machines or running or swimming every day. So let them express what they can actually do in a single modality event.
You don't want it to suck too bad on the first mile. You still want to be relaxed, but it's going to be when you get to that 2.4K, it's going to be, yeah. And just trust the training. I feel like it's been such a good block of prep for this stuff.
We have the best runners that have ever been in the space, or close to it, with Ricky, Gayle, Amy Kringle, Emily Rolfe. These incredible runners, let them race.
I didn't think, to be honest, they would come with me at that pace, but they did, so just tried to settle in and get ready for the sprint at the end. But the first, like, maybe 800 meters, we were like 3-minute pace, 3:05. But it felt good, so I just kept going.
Interesting surprise performances from the first day of competition. I think the re-emergence of Emma Lawson in a state that I think we haven't seen for a little bit since she kind of broke out as an individual at the games and finished second. I think immediately expectations start to pile on, and that's a different set of pressure and stress for a young athlete. And I think, you know, that combined with years and years of training ultimately resulted in her having to take a step back to get her body healthy, to get her mind healthy, and seeing that reset from a young athlete and being able to kind of ramp back up and lean into it again. She just felt like she carried herself in a different way out on the competition floor.
How did that go?
That went really good. Yeah, Amy and I were pushing in the front for a while. I had no idea where people behind us were. I tried to round the corners, kind of see how close we were. But yeah, I was trying to keep up to her. Ultimately, she had the final kick. I did, but I was really happy with that.
Yeah, I wanted to include the handstand push-up volume in Pro 2 because we haven't seen 100 strict handstand push-ups in an event that I can think of. And for the athletes that are competing at WFP, seeing 100 strict handstand push-ups in a training session isn't outside the norm. It wasn't outside the norm in my training. It wasn't outside the norm in programs that various coaches have sent me throughout the past decade. So I felt comfortable giving that dose, especially to the level of athlete that we have here, which is the best in the world.
Krenikov could find himself in the lead. This has been a clinical performance from Emma Lawson. And your new leader heading into day 2 of competition here. Emma Lawson, take a bow. It's going to be an impressive second place finish across the Pro Men's heats.
How's your day been so far?
It's pretty good. Started off with 9th place, which is not the best for me. I don't like finishing anything below like to a 3rd. So I had to come back out, finish today with a 2nd place, I think. Keeping my momentum rolling into tomorrow.
Jared was saying that in the past couple of years you've got a lot of experience and gotten much smarter as an athlete.
Yeah, I've learned how to pace a little bit better. Learned how to run my own race, don't get caught up in other people's races. You're only as fit as you're going to be that day, so if it's a race towards the end, then race, but throughout the workout, run your own race.
It hurt a lot. I'm surprised my shoulders got really, really tired.
How do you manage a workout like this when there's like such a big volume of reps?
I think it's just know yourself, know your pace, when you need to maybe pull back and where you can push. I knew the rope climbs would be okay for me, and I had to stay disciplined on the handstand push-ups. And then I just was trying to get through the squats and then kind of recover on the burpee box jump uppers.
On day 2, there's some really interesting stories about the athletes that were able to kind of capitalize on the differences in programming and the chaos that started to unfold on the leaderboard a little bit.
Mentally, this workout's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Like, the skier, you're just going to get those done. You're not trying to, like, win the workout in the beginning. Working hard, but just staying disciplined. Focus on that bar path. Staying close below the knees. The stuff in between, you're just trying to move as efficiently as you possibly can.
Right.
Right? Smooth as fast.
Yeah. I
And
feel
then,
like this whole workout, if I can just like find a way to like keep moving the whole time.
yeah. And then you get to the bike and work as hard as you can.
Yeah.
All right, let's do some toes to bar, huh? Do some toes to bar and some GHDs. That's good.
Daniel Brandon, Florida, USA.
Hey, nice. GB is going to go unbroken. That's cool. She was not sure on the toes to bar. Yeah, good job, Danielle. Let's go.
I would say with the 300 points up for grabs, it was kind of like the revenge of the power athletes a little bit. You saw some of the big boys like Dallin and Sprague and Hopper who were in unfamiliar positions. They made their charge and they came out firing from that first event. Basically came out and laid the challenge in front of everyone. He attacked the entire way, was able to win that heat, and no one could touch him after that.
He's going to go just over 1 minute for the Echo bike. Unbelievable. Talent Pepper, welcome back.
You're back, baby.
In the open.
It was pretty amazing. The mustache was good, huh? The goatee, all pink. I'll make sure he does it again. I'll beat him.
Okay, yeah.
Pretty miserable. Just getting to the bike was easy. And mentally preparing for the GHDs for the bike. just knowing what was going to happen.
On the women's side, I think there were some similar stories of comebacks and athletes really capitalizing on the programming that was laid out for them. Laura Horvath is definitely one of them. I think with the Pro 2 workout being, you know, kind of a bottom 5, bottom 6 finish for her, I think everyone was excited to see how she would stack up with the Day 2 events, given that she's one of the stronger athletes in the field. And you couple that with Emma Tall, who is one of the few athletes who, similar to Roman Krennikov, was in that top 5 after day 1 and was unfazed by the mixture of programming and was able to hold on for a top spot.
Last 2 calories, make that 1. Emma Tall is going to have the time of the day for Pro 3. It is 6:09.
The legs still feeling it more and more after the workout?
Yeah. For the longer I laid on that floor, my legs were just aching more and more.
Did you go into this knowing you could be very good in it?
Yeah.
How do you mentally approach it?
I talk a lot to David.
Saturday Night Lights, obviously big lift. You could feel they wanted this to be a success. They wanted to see their players, their athletes go as big and probably the biggest we have ever seen.
We saw so many athletes PR, and I think that's a result of the environment, and it's a result of the way that we gave them 8 minutes to just free lift. How they would find a PR in the gym. You know, it's 8 minutes, it's a big chunk of time. You can kind of ease your way up to the upper limits of your capacity, and then you add in the adrenaline that the environment provides, and it creates magic.
That was incredible. Best birthday present ever.
For the second part, you could do a 100-meter dash, but when you're in a stadium that's 150 feet long, it's hard to do that. So how do you create 10 guys and 10 girls getting to the finish line within seconds of each other? And I think it's the lunge. You could hear the stands, it was just roaring in there.
Last time, PB. I'm buzzing. Yes, so pleased.
Yeah, absolutely. Day 2 was challenging, but leadership's hard. It's hard to make big calls. And, you know, myself and the other guys and girls on the team were able to do that. And obviously the GHD situation, specifically talking about Austin, Austin's fine. Athlete safety remains like our top priority. As far as addressing that, the GHD was set up incorrectly following an athlete's adjustment in a prior heat. Our equipment team is told to go through and make sure that all the pins are in. The pins looked like they were all in, but the setting was high, so the pin was actually just sitting on top of the vertical GHD pin that allows the foot pad to go up and down. It wasn't an equipment malfunction, which would indicate, equipment failure. The road equipment's great. It wasn't an equipment failure. It was just set up incorrectly, and we're lucky that he didn't fall back on his head or anything. So thank God that didn't happen. Moving forward, there will be some tighter process with equipment team to ensure that if an athlete is allowed to adjust GHDs, then our equipment team will have to go through and then check that the athlete made the correct adjustments in a more aggressive way than just making sure the pins are in. Lesson learned there. With Austin's score, we came to his score for that scenario based on his GHD cadence through the GHDs that he had completed up to the point of the equipment falling apart. We gave him the projected time on the GHD, and then we gave him the slowest echo bike split from within that heat. It was a tough decision to make, but you have to give him an option to say, hey, this is a projected time based off of the data that was happening. And then we also gave him the option to redo the workout at the end of the competition. And he chose to just take the score. So I think that was a fair resolution. His team was happy with it, we were happy with it, and we'll move on.
James Sprague, the way he out-fitnessed that test, when you saw that athletes like Victor Hoffer and Pat Vellner in their pirouettes were technically so good. James, who's very good at gymnastics himself, and especially being a taller, longer athlete, was able to excel in the other cardiovascular monostructural pieces of that and outduel some athletes that had higher level of skill in what a lot of people thought was the crux of the workout with those pirouettes.
For event 5, I thought there was really some beauty in watching the way Victor and DB just executed the pirouettes at such high intensity.
So far it's been a great event, so yeah, I'm happy.
Good. How are you feeling about the finals being in Copenhagen? Do you like that?
I'm so happy about that. I wish 2 of the stops or even 3 of the stops would be in Europe.
Yeah.
The people are not ready or they're gonna get there. It's gonna be great. The European people show up, so it's gonna be good.
I know, I feel like the sport needs that a little.
Yeah, I feel better. I know I had to push the machines, and I'm not necessarily the best at machines, so it was just that. It was a machine workout for me. Yeah.
Was it fun?
It was fun.
It looks like you're out there.
It was fun. It felt a bit chaotic because when there's so much back and forth, it's you're focused on one thing, and then when that's over, you're on the next, and then on the next, and so it's you don't want to fuck anything up. I think after you're not feeling like your best and you do a workout that's really good for you, it's more of a relief and a reassurance rather than ooh, I'm excited. Versus if you get a fun workout and you're already feeling good. So. But it's good. It's nice to have a positive to go into the final event.
Okay. You like the final event?
I don't mind it. It's high execution. I don't mind it. It's something that I'm good at, but it's a, like he says, high execution workout. So not a lot of room for error.
Yeah, so event 6 was probably my favorite event of the weekend, and I think a lot of the athletes mirrored that opinion. It was kind of a play off of the standard
And with the athletes all training heavy Isabel for the game season, you know, they were primed to do really well in that.
I do like 5 muscle-ups.
Like 3. 3, 2, 3, 2. Boom.
As far as an impressive performance on the women's side, Manon from the earlier heat, you know, Manon, who's been in the sport for a while, really just kind of like dig her heels in and fight back. I think that was super cool, especially with a high-level field, because it's not often you get an opportunity to win with a field as deep as this one.
Just got to attack it. Every part of it. Yeah. All right, Manon, let's go. Good. All right, let's move it. Good, let's go, Manon, run! Nice job, Mama. I know she'll be happy with that. Nice job. Good way to end it, yeah? Yeah, nice job. Proud of you.
When I wrote it, I thought, you know, we could have maybe 2 or 3 guys go around 5 minutes. And many athletes, men and women, were under that 5-minute mark. So.
See Laura, you know, cap the weekend with a heat win and a win and you're in type scenario. There's only been a handful of times in our sport where it comes down to literally just you, me, who gets to the finish line first gets the overall crown.
Yeah, day 3. What a way to finish the competition.
If I had to characterize the leaderboard and the results from Tour Stop 2, I would say the word kind of redemption stands out for me. I look at like someone at the top like Roman. It's hard to imagine, but like from the international competition is concerned, I don't think he's been on the podium in almost 2 full seasons. So for him to kind of come back and win and prove that to himself, I think there was a redemptive arc there. And the same thing for the women. Laura, you know, coming back from Tour Stop 1 and showing up and winning. And that's what you see in other sports where the season is long and you have these storylines over and over again and athletes get to see each other multiple times. And it's not just like, I got you this one time, see you next year. It's no, like, I'll see you in a couple of months and I'm gonna have another crack at you. To me, that's just another nuance that's possible within this sport that I think is cool with this approach. And
I think in Mesa, you can see a lot of the athletes looking at the overall picture. You can really see them thinking about the end game, thinking about those points and seeing where they are, and especially that cut line, which was down to the millisecond, down to the final points here in Mesa. I think, you know, that drive of, I want to get to that end goal because I want to be part of this, I think that's very unique.
I think what excites me most about looking forward to the World Fitness Finals, the Europeans and everyone outside of North America getting the chance to host and be the site where, you know, the season gets wrapped up.
Was trying to do the math, obviously, to see if I had qualified or not, and a few people were like, yeah, you did. And I was like, I just couldn't believe it until they called my name. It's just like such a surreal feeling, especially since I didn't make pro the first tour. But I think I just like trusted my fitness this weekend and like swung for the fences in a few and did a lot better than we thought I would to put myself in a position to qualify, and everything worked out. So it's an incredible feeling.
I feel great. This is my first competition overseas. Yeah, I'm gonna make a trip out of it, go to Romania to visit my family there.
I'm really excited. I feel like this competition went a lot better for me than Indianapolis did. So I feel like I can go into Denmark with a little bit more confidence in myself now, and I had a really good time competing.
Feels pretty good. It came down to the wire. I think I was the second to last one to qualify, so stressful, but glad I took care of business and excited. It'll be also my first time competing overseas, so exciting.
I'm really, really excited. I know that making this whole like Tour 1 and Tour 2 meant a lot to me, so I just had to show up and give my best effort, and I'm really excited to go.